Hello there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the creators of this show could, go out of their way and say, you know what? There has been a mysterious volcano on this island all along, and it's about to erupt. But I do not think the volcano itself is going to be as hot as this episode is going to be with everyone's tempers. I feel like the volcano will not hold a candle to, how everyone is going to erupt at John Locke this episode if he is found. I feel like, yeah, after what I experienced last episode, in fact, that episode run, episode 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 of Lost was absolutely fantastic. In fact, the entire season itself has been on a generational run, in my opinion. I think it is absolutely fantastic, season 1 of Lost thus far, and I'm excited to continue the journey with you guys today. What's going on? It's your boy, Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shitty shot, and today we are up to episode 21 of Lost season 1. I can't believe I am saying that. We only have, 4 episodes to go for this season after this, but we still have a lot of Lost to come, ladies and gentlemen, with with seasons 2 and 3, I believe, being 25 episodes as well. And then, even though seasons 4 and 5 and 6 are shortened, they still have a lot of episodes themselves, much more, than the majority of shows today. So we still have a lot of Lost left on the channel. This episode is titled The Greater Good. We're going to get into the reaction. We're going to have some fun with this thing. As always, let's absolutely smash it. Beginning with the Saeed shot, man.
Sam said he wouldn't let Jack take his leg. He didn't want him using up the antibiotics. She said he knew what was happening to him, that he was brave.
This is a special security announcement. Heathrow Airport Authority remains traveling.
Oh, we're getting the Saeed flashback. The second flashbacks this episode.
Last week, 300 pounds of C4 explosives were stolen from an army base outside of Melbourne.
Really?
The men responsible are members of a terrorist cell intent on disrupting the coalition presence.
Australian security lacking that much in Melbourne? Really? Come on, man. 300 pounds of C4? Oh, man, we lacking out here. Damn, we really...
Iraq, 300 pounds of C4.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
You're the CIA? Plant a few bucks.
Oh, we have. But you're going to get inside
I am
first.
Iraqi. I am not a terrorist.
We didn't snatch you up because you were a terrorist site. We snatched you up because you know one.
Oh.
Hassan Tazir, your roommate at Cairo University. Saving lives.
I repeat, why should I care?
Because we know where she is.
That's that exchange of
7
info.
years since you left Iraq. 6 months here, 3 months there. Always moving. There's only 2 reasons why a man would do that, Saeed. Either he's running away from something or looking for something.
Or someone.
Noura Bed Jassim.
So the reason Saeed had to go to Sydney is because Melbourne effed up? Really? I'd blame the Aussie guy right there. Your security was lacking, fool. Get out of here.
Kate, what are you doing out here?
Looking for you.
Well, you found me.
Yeah, I
You're
feel like...
walking in circles. You need to come back.
Not without Locke.
You haven't slept. You gave Boone your own
Locke
blood.
lied.
Well, now
She
you
lied, Kate. Boone did not fall off any cliff. His leg was crushed. And I based my medical treatment on his lie.
See, I feel like when
people are scared and upset. They
When
don't know
Locke-
what's going on.
when Locke sees red, it ain't the best. We don't see the best of him, man. This ain't the heart and soul of the show. I was saying, just a matter of moments ago in the last episode. That's when he's frustrated. When he sees red, he needs to compose himself, which he does struggle at. He lacks sleep, obviously. He's feeling a little bit lightheaded. He's dazed. He just gave so much blood away. And he's, hell-bent. That commitment on finding Locke. And I feel like Kate needs to bring him down a notch here. Bring him back down to earth and rethink things.
I need you to come back, Jack. Please?
It's crazy. You know what I want to say? Sorry to keep pausing, but it's crazy how many answers are answered already on the island based on the flashbacks, if that makes sense. Like, you can sort of piece together what happened in the individual's life based on certain things they've said on the island or certain, tokens they have on the island. Like, remember the Sawyer episode? The reason I thought to myself that it was, he possibly never found the individual Sawyer and he became the individual he was looking for was because he still had the letter on him himself. He never got to fulfill that. And that's why in the episode with the T-1000 guy, I sort of, put it together that the guy was screwing him over because he still had the letter on the island. It was never that Sawyer individual. It was never going to be that Sawyer individual because he still had the letter on him. And, with the episode with Jack yesterday, sorry, a matter of moments ago, I'm talking about in upload terms, with the episode with Jack, with, Sarah and him marrying Sarah, you can tell based on the interactions with Kate earlier on, that their relationship, is done for. Like, I feel like he might have broken things apart with Sarah. As heartfelt that moment was with the marriage itself, I just feel like it doesn't end well with Sarah. Hence, his relationship with Kate. And yeah, like the signs were there earlier on that, I was shipping him. And I was just like, oh, he was actually married in the past. And Kate has been in love with the past. And I was, saying last episode that a lot of individuals in this on this island have fractured relationships in the past, or something has happened to the relationships that they, sometimes held dear. So yeah, Jack was his father, possibly Sarah too. Beautiful camera placement right there to get the extreme wide long shot. Beautiful.
Shannon, do you wanna say something?
I didn't know Boone very well. And for that, I'm sorry. On our 6th day here, a woman named Joanna died. She drowned. And Boone was the first one into the water. I didn't know him. But I'll remember his courage.
Big up Saeed, man.
And I know he will be missed.
It was my fault.
Oh, yo. My guy just came out of nowhere.
We found a plane. A Beechcraft.
Oh, he just coming clean like
In
that.
the jungle. It was lodged in the canopy, so I would have gone up. But I my leg was hurt, so there was a radio inside, and he thought he could. His weight must have made the plane shift, and it fell, and
Yeah, see, Jack is seeing red.
happened because he was trying to help us. He was a hero.
And I understand Jack in this situation because he was initially told a lie before he tended to he tended to Boone, sorry.
Where were you? Where were you? Where the hell were you, you son of a bitch? What did you do to her? What did you do? Where were you? I just left him to die. You lied to me. Where were you?
Yo, Locke about to get a tsunami of questions, man. He about to get peppered this episode. The fact that he showed up to the funeral ceremony like that, he's ready for it. He's ready for the wave. He's ready for the wave of heat.
Jack, what's the matter? Are you okay? Are you okay?
The guy's pale, man. He's white. Like,
He's okay. Breathe.
Saeed about to go CIA on Locke.
Locke told Boone not to tell. Not to tell about what? Something about a hatch. Locke's hiding something.
Jack, listen.
But the man is hiding something.
Jack,
Listen to me.
what we need is for the one doctor on this island to get some sleep.
I'm fine. I don't need it.
Jack, you need some rest. Come on.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, Saeed gonna take care of it, man.
The three of you live here?
Sydney's very expensive. It's the best we can afford.
Really, a
And
potential
what is it you do, Saeed?
potential terrorist household playing, you know, shooting game. Really, like in Sydney, really, like.
At the moment, I'm at liberty.
He's on holiday. You love the beaches here. There is something to be said for the Australian women.
With you, Assam. Remember? Before our English exams? Here, the beaches here.
Is that one of the wires?
Especially the women.
One of the wires is planted in the smoke alarm. Yeah.
Perhaps we can go.
I'm guessing Saeed
So
is.
tell me, exactly what kind of trees do you cut?
I'm guessing Saeed is doing that to gain their trust, obviously. Yo, what's the baby's name, man?
Look, I'm fine, really, okay?
You need rest, Claire. Son, tell her.
In a hospital, they would have you sleep. The nurses would take your baby.
Yeah, but I'm not in a hospital.
Well, all the more reason to take
The
extra.
little cradle there.
Look, it's okay. I can take care of Turnip Head for a while.
Turnip head.
Turnip head?
Really, Charlie?
Do you give him a name? Because his head, it's like a turnip.
What a way to break the
What
moment.
if he needs something, okay?
You'll be there for him after you sleep.
No, okay? No.
Claire, no one is going to take this baby away from you. No one.
You don't know that, okay? You can't say that.
I won't let it happen.
Yeah, wait till Ethan's group just comes out of nowhere and hustles the baby.
I should have said no. First time he offered to hunt with me, I should have said no.
He would have gone anyway.
Like, it's just a.
Yeah, I suppose he would.
I feel like it's just a terrible accident what happened to Boone. Like, I just feel like I think Locke is gonna, you know, he said a storm is coming, and I feel like a wave, a massive storm is, awaiting him from like the characters themselves. I just feel like he's gonna cop a lot of crap this episode, and I feel like the Lost fan base, from what I've seen in the comments, are a bit. I don't know if they're divisive on Locke, but there's a lot of opinions on the character of Locke. I've seen Locke's flashbacks, and I really feel sorry for the guy. I really, really feel sorry for the guy. And it's almost as if the island itself, it gave him a new lease of life, and I feel like he owes something to the island. And he's just on his own spiritual journey, man. And Boone decided to go ahead with him. He decided to come with him. And obviously he did try the hallucinogen thing on him, which, I don't know. Locke sometimes does try to do things, but he tests individuals. He has his own way of doing things, and no one understands that yet on the island. I feel like, I'm starting to understand Locke, and because I understand Locke, I feel a bit more sympathy for him, and I empathize with him, but I feel like no one on the island itself, maybe besides Boone a little bit, understands Locke, and because they don't understand Locke, that's because that's when these tempers are going to flare, and they think there's no reason behind his decisions when there is. And Boone himself decided to go up to the plane. It's just an unfortunate incident. It's tragic. It's an accident what happened with the plane. And I know people themselves are gonna start blaming them. They're going to start blaming this for that. Oh, if I didn't do this, then it's the domino effect. And sometimes just things happen for a reason. It's all part of it's part of God's plan. And it's just the way it happened. And if you're going to start, I feel bad for Locke here because, he's thinking about the time he first asked Boone to go bull hunting with him. He's going back to that. And because he's drawing it back to that, he thinks he blames himself for Boone's death because he let him come along with him, all those weeks ago when it was Boone's own decision. And yeah, it's just, Locke is gonna feel guilty for Boone's death for a while. And I feel like I said before, a heat wave, a massive temper wave, or hate wave is possibly coming towards Locke, and it's gonna be interesting to see how it all plays out. I'm not too sure about the Saeed flashbacks this episode as well, and how that's going to play into the episodes. But I feel like he has something out for Locke potentially, or he's gonna, maybe. You know how Saeed this episode is playing the terrorist, like he's sort of, gaining their trust, and obviously is going to get information out of him and provide that to the CIA in exchange for something. He might potentially be looking to do that with Locke, because the flashbacks themselves have tie-ins to what characters are trying to do this episode. You saw it last episode with Jack letting go, and how that tied in and paralleled with what was happening with Boone. I feel like Saeed this episode, that's going to tie into maybe an interaction he might possibly have with Locke, because he was looking at him before, and it's almost as if, all right, I'm going to use what I learned back in the day in Sydney on Locke. And I feel like Locke is genuine in his apology there, but because, he was a foster, because he was a foster child. Oh, she's gonna tell him to do something with Locke. She's gonna go for the revenge arc. Watch.
John Locke killed my brother.
There we go.
Will you do something about that?
Got it! See, I was just talking about that, man. Oh, Shannon, man. Don't do this. See, I was literally just saying no one understands Locke. And because I have seen the flashbacks for him, I understand, man. My guy was a foster child. And, when it comes to heart with people's, when it comes to heart conversations with individuals, you can tell right there he was really struggling with Shannon. He wasn't even, looking her in the eye, and he didn't even stay that long. He just wanted to get away. It's just, it's not his forte, because he's not good at it because of what's happened in the past to him. Individuals or humanity themselves has let him down. Everything has let him down. Like every human he's come, to trust, or like seems to trust, has let him down, has betrayed him. And it's almost as if he has a better relationship with the island than every individual here on this island. Like it's almost as if like the island has given more to him than any individual has in his life, and that's why he feels like he owes it to the island. That's how I see Locke being this in this show. And that's why because I understand him, I'm just going to go with the flow. And I feel like he's on his own journey, but no one really understands that yet. So yeah, if he, like I said a couple of episodes ago, a lot of characters in this show hold a lot to themselves. And because of that, when it gets to those moments, where the tempers flare, there's not going to be a lot of real understanding, because no one really knows what anyone's been through unless they've had that D&M session 101, which, is very far in between in this show thus far.
A little more.
No.
You need to get your blood sugar level up.
Look, enough already. I'm rested.
Jack,
I'm fine.
where are you going?
I'm gonna talk to Locke.
You need to lie down.
No, I don't.
I strongly advise it.
Advice? All right. What's going on now?
Lie down, okay?
Did she sedate him?
I crushed up some sleeping
Oh,
pills.
she did.
Put them in your juice.
Why would you? You drugged me?
Yeah.
Hey, a necessary doing, man. A necessary doing. In my opinion.
Okay.
War wound. Looks more like a surgical scar.
Like I said, war wound.
That's a kidney transplant.
The plane's radio. Was Boone able to pick up a signal?
I was on the ground. All I could hear was static.
So it was working.
Yeah, but I can't imagine it survived the fall.
Some of its parts might work in the transmitter I'm building for the Ra. If you'd be willing to take me.
Of course.
How did you find this plane?
I didn't think he thought it was going to be that easy.
You and Boone were hunting.
Is that a question?
Yes.
Boar got scarce a couple weeks back. We weren't hunting, we were exploring.
So you just happened upon a beechcraft perched in the trees.
Yep.
At the funeral, you said your leg was injured.
It was just a Charlie horse. Cramp.
I know what the Charlie horse is, John.
Back in Iraq, you were an interrogator.
Is that the question?
Yeah.
A long time ago, I was.
Well, you haven't lost your touch.
Why would I interrogate you, John?
Jack called me a liar in front of every man, woman, and child I've come to know over the past month. And maybe there's a part of you that thinks maybe there isn't a plane out here at all.
I know when I'm being lied to. There's a plane.
Like I said, you haven't lost your touch.
You've lost your edge, old man.
You.
No.
Then he's useless. These cells run top down. It's all need to know. The recruits handed a bomb and a target at the last possible moment. The only way to find that C4 is to wait for Assam to walk out that door with a target to hit.
He's in over his head. He doesn't even know why he's doing
That's
it.
why you're going to convince him to go through with it.
Damn, that's crazy.
Your girlfriend's an Iraqi living abroad with a record of insurgency. Wouldn't it be terrible if she got picked up as an enemy combatant, Saeed? So if you want any chance of ever seeing her again, you're going to go and talk your good friend Assam into blowing himself up.
That's crazy. Yo, CIA on the madness. When haven't they been, to be fair?
Just out. Time to bring out the big guns.
Wow, I feel good. No.
How does that work? Oh no, it didn't work.
I feel good. So good. So good. I got you.
The baby needs a mother's touch, man.
Dude, that's all I got.
I'm going to salvage what I can of the radio. If we leave now, we should beat the storm back.
Why don't you trust me, Saeed?
For one thing, you've been carrying a gun you've told no one about.
We found one of the smugglers about a half a click west of here, dressed as a priest, Nigerian currency in his pockets, and this. Now you're armed and I'm not. Does that earn me any trust?
It is that game.
You gave this to me because I caught you concealing it.
They're both playing with each other here.
Okay, I'll tell you something you don't know.
Please do.
The first week after the crash, there was a cave-in. Jack was trapped. You remember that?
Of course.
You, Kate, and Sawyer went out into the jungle to triangulate a signal.
Oh, here we go. Because I think he was the one that knocked
You
Saeed
were hit
out.
from behind, knocked unconscious. When you woke up, the transceiver, your equipment was destroyed. That was me.
Yeah, here we go. It is a game of cat and mouse between these two. Who's trying to get the read on what? Who's trying to read?
You better not be telling the truth.
I did what was in everyone's best interest.
You ruined my chance to find the source.
The source of a distress call that kept saying they're dead. It killed them all over and over. Is that a place you really want to lead people to?
Why wait all this time? Why not tell me then?
Because back then you wouldn't have engaged in a reasonable debate. And nobody else would have. You were all so focused on getting off the island that you weren't seeing things clearly. It's like what's happening now with the raft.
Did you burn that off, John?
No, Saeed, I didn't.
What is the hatch?
The hatch?
It is
Boone
that game.
mentioned it before he died.
Like I said, it's that game of cat and mouse. They're trying to both get a read on one another. Who's trying to out-interrogate the other? Like, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
A hatch. 2 hatches on a plane, Saeed. Could be forward or aft.
What did he just see
I'm not sure if I can do this.
when he saw the light in the hatch?
You would not be a martyr if you didn't have to overcome fear,
I'm
Sam.
not afraid to die. Her dad was right. It was fate that brought us back together.
That's insane, man.
Said,
He's gonna be like, you must be the one to do it.
will you do this with me?
Saeed's like, that wasn't part
I
of...
will.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's actually better for Saeed. That's actually way better for Saeed. Not better, but like, in terms of like the situation he's currently in.
Do you want to take a walk?
Sure.
Yo, I
I
talked
spoke
about...
to Locke.
What did he say?
He took me to the plane. I believe what happened was an accident.
Then why did he lie?
I have no idea. But I don't believe he meant to harm Boone.
So that's it?
I know how strong the need can be to find someone to blame.
You don't get it, do you?
Shannon,
Just forget about it, okay?
Yeah, see, Shannon... Like,
How much weight can this hold?
it's tough, but...
Yeah. Tighter. Got it.
What if it tips over?
It won't. That's why we made it this wide. There. That should do it. Right? Good? Good. All right.
What if a shark attacks?
Sharks ain't getting anywhere near us, man.
What if we die?
Hey, Michael. Do you know anything about babies? I can't get this little guy to be quiet.
Walk with him. He'll calm down.
Yeah, I tried that.
That sucks.
Jin!
Because Michael
You
doesn't
see,
really...
son?
He doesn't know anything because he didn't
Son.
raise Walt.
I need some help with this baby.
No.
Okay.
Jin's like, no.
Chucky, want to keep that kid quiet?
Just call him
Baby
Chucky.
Huey's like nails on a chalkboard.
Oh, there you go. You happy now?
Baby Huey.
Just say something. Say anything.
Okay, fine. I like that thing a lot better inside than I like it outside.
Yo, Sawyer, your voice, man. The baby likes your voice.
What?
Yo, Sawyer, a magnet for the baby, man. That's gonna be crazy.
who's
Key.
in here?
I don't know.
The key.
Is anybody in here?
No. Why?
Someone took the key from his necklace to get the guns.
It's gone.
What's going on?
Locke took the key. After the
No, it wasn't Locke. It wasn't Locke.
No?
It wasn't Locke.
Jack?
I think it was Shannon.
It wasn't Locke.
It was Shannon. Shannon got those killer eyes this episode, man. Why is it when sometimes... When everyone is holding their gun about to shoot someone in this show, I feel like, you know, when Charlie killed Ethan, it was raining. When Sawyer killed the innocent man at the shrimp truck, it was raining.
It's time.
300 pounds of C4 in the back of a truck.
You talked me into this.
Sam, don't.
You said it was for the greater good.
I'm begging you
You
to
said
go.
you were my brother. You were supposed to be my brother, my friend.
I am your friend.
A friend who told me to do this for Zahra, just so you could find some woman that you love. Well, Saeed, I hope she makes you whole again.
He's gonna shoot himself.
Shannon? Shannon! Please listen to me.
He did it. I know it.
You're not thinking rationally. You've never fired a gun before.
Mother.
Shannon,
She means
Don't
businessman.
Yes, I do.
if you do it, you can never take it back.
It's the same thing he said to Charlie about having to wear that scar forever.
Stay back. What did you do to him?
I told you it was an accident. Shannon.
Jack, you told me he was a liar.
Don't tell me she not gonna shoot herself, please. Yo, I am not losing Boone and Locke in back-to-back episodes. Oh, she missed. It just grazed his ear. Oh.
The low
Damn, it just
breaks
grazed the
crisp
side of his
fall
head,
air
sorry.
as a flash of red streaks down the maple-dappled Vermont highway. The 32-valve V8 engine purrs as the transmission clicks down a gear and the vehicle unleashes all 400 horses and 350 pound-feet rear-wheel torque.
Claire Roxo's like, what the fudge is happening here?
Charlie,
Beneath the hood, the 4.4-liter power plant features a fully integrated supercharger made into a 6-speed transmission with manual sequential shift feature. Offers bewitching blend of pace, comfort, and economy.
Yo, that's insane. Yo, are we just gonna let it slide that Shannon could have killed Locke this episode? Like, headshot dead, bang, like...
she just needs time. She's been through a lot.
Time won't make a difference. Perhaps I made a mistake.
Couldn't let her kill Locke. You had no choice.
There's always a choice.
She lives in Irvine, California, just south of Los Angeles. Works as a
Ah.
lab tech in a medical testing company.
Ah.
Plane ticket, walking around money. You're on an oceanic flight to LA. It leaves in 2 hours.
What happens to his body?
He was a terrorist, so he's not exactly getting a state funeral.
What happens to his body?
After it's released, he'll be cremated.
A Muslim man is supposed to be buried.
Yeah, well, there's no one to claim the body.
I'll claim him.
You can't claim him when you're on a plane in 2 hours, mate.
Then change my flight to tomorrow.
Damn, so he really did get changed to flight 815 because he was... So was he taking his friend's body back to LA, or was he burying him that day in Sydney?
How's your head?
It'll heal.
Another war wound.
I know what it cost you.
Because that would have been insane if both, you know, he and Jack were bringing back bodies from Sydney to LA. That would, yeah.
Do what you did.
I did it because I sense you might be our best hope of surviving here.
Thank you. Someone's starting to understand.
I don't forgive what you did. And I certainly don't trust you. And now, you're going to take me to the hatch.
Hatch. What? I already showed you.
John, no more lies.
He kind of owes it to Saeed, man. He saved his life. Like, Locke, you got to give up the hatch here. You just got to give up the hatch, man. Listen, I feel like, yeah, possibly the subject matter of next episode might be the hatch, and it's gonna be interesting to see everyone's reactions to it. But I'm still curious. What did Locke see when the hatch lit up? When that, you know, that light from the inside obviously came to the window. That's very interesting. What did he see? Because he possibly might have seen something or someone that really, really makes him want to, you know, conceal the whereabouts of this hatch. Like, you really not reveal the whereabouts of this hatch. That's the mystery of Lost, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I feel like that was a solid ep. I don't think it was nearly as strong as, you know, the last run of episodes we had, but still a very solid episode of Lost. I don't know if this, like, I enjoyed the Saeed flashbacks, but I didn't think they were really necessary to what was going on in the episode. I feel like we still could have had that, you know, cat and mouse game between Locke and Saeed trying to read each other and trying to outdo one another, without, you know, the flashbacks themselves. But I think it just makes it interesting as well. Actually, we did kind of find out how Saeed ended up on the oceanic flight itself, obviously with him trying to give his friend a proper burial, and hence, you know, that's why the flight was changed to the following morning, and I'm guessing that was flight 815, and yeah, his reasons for going to LA was to find Nadia, who was there. So yeah, That's why Saeed was on the plane, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless and peace.